comme tu veux.
Est-ce que ça
Tu
marche même?
69 000 spectateurs. Non mais je me chope une putain d'annonce. Ah ouais mais... D'ailleurs je vais aller la regarder cette série. La nouvelle saison à l'arrivée.
Tassan, tu peux aller voir vite fait sur ton tel le live, si on entend bien ça.
Ouais.
Attends. Bon, mon micro ça devrait être bon. Toi, euh, c'est quoi, on va t'augmenter un petit peu pour ta réaction.
Et ça.
On va mettre 11. Et le jeu pour l'instant on va mettre 13. Attends. On va mettre...
Normal que l'image a frise là.
Ah c'est bon là.
L'image elle est frise hein. Ah non, c'est
T'inquiète,
bon.
ça va venir. Parce qu'en fait à chaque fois, regarde, je crois dès que je vais faire ça, que je vais remettre, mettre le son à fond, et que je vais revenir sur mon truc, ça va freeze.
Ouais.
Regarde, tu vois. Là hop, je fais ça, j'éteins, je remets, ça vient. Mais je suis sourd.
Ouais, Suisse ouais.
C'est fort ou pas?
Mais c'est très fort frère, on a l'impression que t'es dans un cockpit.
On est le commandant de bord, frère. C'est moi qui conduis l'avion là. Attends. Là, tu me dis c'est bon.
Putain comment tu hurles vu que t'as le son fort.
Mais putain. Attends. Voilà. Tu me dis c'est bon le son. Ou faut encore baisser?
Non, c'est bon le son ça. C'est bon. C'est tranquille.
Ouais, c'est parti, on va attendre.
Un
Hein.
mec il a spawn.
Commandant de bord.
Mais attends, je regarde quoi moi?
Parce que tu regardes, frère, tu regardes trois trucs mélangés. C'est la chaîne Call of Duty sur Twitch. Hein.
Attends, mais je spec un mec là.
Eh, c'est trompé.
Ah ouais.
Il reste 5 minutes et 55 secondes.
Ouais, c'est bon, je l'ai. Je suis dessus.
Ouais, ça va hurler. 'Attends fort du coup si ça freeze, si je fais ça. Attends.
Ah bah là, mais tu peux pas de regarder, j'ai quitté le live. Hein.
Non mais t'inquiète, je pourrais le voir moi.
Seigneur. Wesh.
Ouais, ok, à chaque fois que je fais... Ouais, d'accord.
Putain, j'ai mes lunettes, elles sont en train de me baiser le nez, frère, un truc de malade. Ça me casse la tête.
Attends, je vais aller voir moi-même sur YouTube. Alors. Parce que en fait je voudrais avoir le grand écran. Parce que voilà que... Ah, votre chaîne. On est d'accord que... Ouais. Le son. Alors si je me mets juste comme ça, est-ce que ça freeze ou pas? Eh, ça a l'air de pas freeze hein. Ah si. Hop, ma vie a pu frère. C'est de la merde, c'est de la merde.
Oh, on est dans un Warthog.
Ouais. Avion de chasse le bordel.
C'est le Warthog de O2.
3 minutes et 55 secondes. Putain, je sais pas comment je vais faire. Là.
Là, t'as 2 à 3 secondes de décalage sur moi. Enfin, d'avance sur moi.
Si je le mets comme ça le truc. C'est de la merde quoi. qu'en vrai, il y a que comme ça que je pourrais faire. Genre en grand comme ça sur OBS. On va mettre comme ça.
Par contre, les tracteurs qui passent dans la rue, frère, c'est bon, j'en ai assez là, je suis dans l'avion.
On a marre. Voilà. 2 minutes et 55 secondes.
Ah, je crois que Pôle emploi, ils m'ont oublié. Pas de nouvelles.
Pardon. Là, tu dégueules au micro, tu sais, il est pardon. Oh, ça y est, il y a Greg sur le live.
Bon.
Voilà.
Pôle emploi, ils m'ont
Le
zappé.
plouc. Eh, vas-y, ça freeze à chaque fois. Oh, c'est bon.
Ah ouais. Sur le live. Yo les gens.
Il a pété
Les
un...
gens, il y a salam alaikum tous mes frères, bienvenue
Il
sur
a
ma chaîne
pété un
YouTube.
plomb. Ça va hurler, je le sens. 1 minute 56. 1 minute 55. Ça va hurler, ça va hurler.
Ah ouais, t'as 2 secondes d'avance.
Bien se mettre en face de l'écran, frère. Je sais pas ça freeze. Faut que je fasse ça. Normalement, il est quelle heure là? Il est 18h59 et 13 secondes. Oh là là. Ils ont à peine affiché 57 secondes là. Oh. « 47 secondes, 46, 44, 43. Putain, Zubi. Putain, Zubi. Oh là là, ils ont montré une map en haut. Attends, faut que je coupe la cam. Pour bien voir.
Ah.
On dirait... Elle est bizarre cette map. Oh là là. 11,
Ça se trouve, c'est peut-être
10,
le nom de la map en
9, 8,
8. Ça s'appelle 8.
3,
6,
2,
5,
1,
4,
go.
3,
C'est parti.
2, 1.
Oh là là, allez,
Zero.
c'est parti. Oh là là, commande CMD.
Oh, CMD.
Oh le David
down.
Wonder.
Shut down. Zoom in command set, shut down. Shut down CMD. Oh, shut down.
C'est bon, c'est bon. Attends, faut que j'augmente un peu le son. Ça a frise, c'est normal.
Thank you for joining us. Today, we do a little recon across all Black Ops Cold War multiplayer.
Attends, je
The
vais me mettre à
world,
fond.
the
Le son, rien à
missions, the
foutre, frère.
weapons, the characters, and the systems. And you know, we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly
parti,
to
c'est parti.
you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to
Wesh, y a
expect
combien de
from
caméras
Black
dans la
Ops
pièce,
is
frère?
we are never
18
quite
caméras,
satisfied
frère.
with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things shouldn't change, and for
Voilà, faut
every
tout observer
multiplayer
dans la
we
pièce.
make,
Tout est
one thing
important.
happens. How we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops
Déjà derrière lui, il y a
Cold War
des écrans. frère, c'est le plus
Multiplayer.
important.
Oh là là, ça va commencer. Tu vois, voilà, il y a 18 caméras dans la pièce, frère. Oh! Ça y est!
Oh là là. Je dirais la M60. gameplay capturé dans le PlayStation 5.
Putain, je fais ça.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Big Papa kick the war around. Jack no force of other five. Only repercussions with your mouth. Spit clip all the time. Big Papa kick the war around. War flows, and that's how it goes.
Go, go, go! It's time to punch that top guard.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Strike inbound. Evasive maneuver.
Ah, shit.
Soviet convoy disabled.
I'll drive.
Big Papa kick the war around. And that's how it goes.
Keep pushing! Yo, over here!
War flows, and that's how it goes.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
You just
Oh.
saw it. This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s. But it's still a Black
l'air
Ops
venu,
game.
lui.
And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars, deniable operations that deploy around the world, signature combat tailored to how you play, connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content, and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to
parti
explore
Warzone.
each of these facets of multiplayer. We're going to show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw, and the things you
Wesh.
never did. The missions
Oui,
that
il y a
stay
des
off
cam-
the
il y a
books,
18 caméras,
and the
putain.
targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, the deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative
Je comprends
that
rien à ce qu'il
influences
dit, mais-
every bit of our world.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
For Black Ops Cold War,
I
that
mean,
world
c'est
building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing
dirait la
players
map,
into a narrative of unfolding
B1.
events. The fight to recover a downed satellite in the Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of Miami's famed South Beach. Deniable Ops are the Black Ops stories inspired by history, but forgotten
Ah,
by
par
the
contre, ça va
history
être,
books.
ouais, ça va être chelou.
We've selected 5 maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer. Later today, you'll see them playing. But here's a few of my teammates to share what they love most from how they were made.
My name is Brittany Beidelman. I'm a level designer.
Oh.
I'm Kendall Snow, associate level designer.
I'm Brittany Perello, producer.
I'm Matt Kutris, senior level designer.
In Satellite, a top secret American recon satellite
Has lost power and crashed in the deserts of Angola. With hired DGI forces closing in,
now it's a race to secure the crash site.
what I love about Satellite is the fact that it's just this amazing natural
Par
space.
contre, ouais.
Because larger maps have more components, we
Il y a
can
un peu
apply
trop
more
de top et
details
tout,
into
ça va
maps
camper
like
fort.
Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a
Après, je
king
sais
of
pas
the
si on
hill.
peut monter vraiment.
Anyone
tout
who
le temps.
wants it has to run
Par contre,
toward
la
it
RPK
because
là,
it's raised higher than the rest of the map.
ça se reconnaît direct.
I'm usually playing one of two ways. All in, full ham, dying again and again. Or in objective modes, I'll flank and get the jump on
C'est
people.
très
Satellite
enfin, la
scratches
M16.
both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's two different regions mean I can play long
Oh, le
and
sniper.
short-range tactics.
I'll be honest, I am trash with the sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big fan.
Attends, je rêve, elle vient de dire un sniper rifle, c'est trash, c'est de la merde, et par contre le
The
pompe c'est
crash
bien.
satellite is a super fun
Tu
spot
pas
to
ça?
try out players. Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the satellite and take your shot.
Oh,
This
les
is going to be one of
glissades,
those
ouais.
classic
Ça
Black
va
Ops
être,
maps. The
ça
world
va
knows
hurler
and
quand on va
loves
se prendre
for
des
how
glissades.
quickly engagements fire up.
C'est un mode rafale, mais là.
Oh, bof.
East and West collide on the open seas in a top secret mission.
Là, je crois qu'ils vont expliquer un peu
Inspired by
près
a
toutes les maps,
real-life event,
pourquoi ils ont fait comme
Project
ça. ou quoi.
Azorian, CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converged to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine from the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into
Déjà, quand tu
massive
vois
naval
ça, ça-
conflicts
Oh
as players battle
Laka,
for control
là
of
où
large naval
74 U, je sais
vessels.
pas quoi là.
No lanes walling you in, players can engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles
Ouais, bon,
like
ça va
wake
être
runners
cancer.
and gunboats.
J'espère que c'est pas dans le vrai
Armada
multi, genre c'est en mode
is
c'est en guerre
chaos in the
terrestre
best
ou
way.
une connerie comme ça,
It's a
encore ça
really
irait,
cool
tu vois.
map that gives
Mais si
us
c'est
an
vraiment dans le
amazing sense of
multi-multi,
exploration. There are so many little individual areas to find
bah
and
voilà,
new
quoi.
ways to
Déjà l'autre il a la
surround or
batteuse, il
flank
conduit
your
un
enemies
bateau,
and get the
prend des
upper
tirs.
hand.
Ça a été bizarre cette arme.
A hidden safe house has been discovered
Moscou.
right in the heart of the
USSR.
USSR. In the shadow of Moscow's opulent train
Bah si c'est vrai,
station.
c'est
With
USS.
Spetsnaz dispatched, the area has gone
Oh là là.
hot.
Ouais,
So
t'es
the
pas la...
Moscow map
Wesh,
is
la
set
glissade
in
qu'il a
the
fait, frère.
dead heart of a big city.
Il a-
So you're
il a
wandering
fait 3
through
mètres.
these streets with a bunch of cars, and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
Par contre, ouais. T'as vu les flaques d'eau au sol, tout ça là, tu vois. La
The
réflexion,
first
genre
thing
tu
I
vois à
do
peu
is
près
run
les
right
murs
to the
sur le
center,
sol.
because
Ça,
that's where all lanes
c'est le ray tracing,
cross in the Moscow map. And eventually,
qu'il y a sur PC
doesn't
là,
take
qu'est-ce
long.
qui pareil, il y a sur
People
console.
are gonna run through the metro
Le
station.
ray tracing, frère.
So
Ah,
you can
shit,
just sit there and wait, but chances are
Attends,
there's
tiens,
gonna be people
il va
running
pas
right into your
t'afficher
line of
ça.
fire right off the bat.
It's a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
January 17,
Miami,
1980.
USA.
This location is heavily influenced by Miami's
Cette map
famous,
là, il y a
or
rien à dire au
perhaps
niveau des
infamous,
couleurs. hein.
Ocean Drive.
Ça paye, hein.
This is a night map, but one unlike players have
Une map
seen
de nuit en
before.
plus.
You can
Oh,
sneak
non,
through
oh, j'ai
dark,
vu la
shadowy
lumière.
alleys,
La lumière sur les
go out
larmes.
onto the beach, out into the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
The first time
Ça,
I
par
played
contre,
through
ça
Miami,
fait
I
peur,
could
ça.
hear this 80s nightclub
lance-grenade,
music
tu fais
playing
peur.
through the walls of
Je
one
sais
of
pas
the
si c'est
buildings.
vraiment un lance-creux ou c'est un score truc.
Little
mais, ouais.
details make it lifelike and
Ça
it
fait peur.
becomes this joy to experience.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center because that is sniper heaven. And that is
C'est le
Brittany hell.
L96
So
de BO1,
I
je crois.
always go and try to flank and get those snipers from the back.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible night experience to the players. You'll see that play out when you sneak in the shadows
Tu sais,
on the
cette map
beach
là me fait penser à
or
quoi?
engage
enemies
La map de
center
BO2,
strip.
la Plaza,
Really
avec les
makes
couleurs et
people
tout.
feel like they're in Miami in the 80s. It's pretty cool.
In Crossroads, NATO has learned a large Soviet missile convoy is on its way to the border.
Special Forces dispatch alongside MI6 to ambush the convoy and secure the weapons before all hell breaks loose.
Soviet convoy disabled.
It's one of our most cinematic maps with a boots on the ground feel that feels pulled
Boots on
from the
the ground.
campaign.
Your team will want to hold down and protect its own outposts to
C'est-moi déjà
guarantee
ça.
access
Qu'est-ce
to
que
one
ça
of
fout
these
les...
kills.
Déjà, ouais.
But infantry combat
Les
doesn't take a
tanks,
backseat
les...
to
même
crossroads,
les...
as natural
les
terrain
motoneiges,
and
tout ça.
foliage
Qu'est-ce que ça
masks
fout là?
movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when
Ah,
you
l'autre
first
il
spawn,
conduit,
and it's a
l'autre
mad
il
dash
tire
to
avec une
grab
batteuse, frère, à une main. À
one.
une
And
main,
now,
wesh.
running people over with the snowmobile is my favorite thing to do.
Oh, c'est bon,
Each
là,
environment changes the dynamic of how you play and caters to unique loadouts. Crossroads is a bigger map, and that allows you to play the way you want to play.
Oh, la RCXD.
The beaches of Miami,
si
a
le
frozen
HSD
over
il
lake,
trouve longtemps que
the
ça
open
chill.
ocean. Our visual
Ouais.
research department
Ouais,
racked
on a
up
déjà
files
débloqué la
visiting them
RCXD.
all. Because if you're going to deploy around the globe in this game, that required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step one in that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets ensure our upgraded, physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with the true color
Je sais
and
pas si t'as
tone.
vu scène,
Ray
mais
tracing
il y avait
on
3
system
horloges
supported.
en haut.
Photometric lighting courtesy of
Et les
our
3
Luminaire
horloges, c'est les
system
3 heures
and
différentes qui
overhaul
ont.
contour terrain
Il y a leur,
system.
il y a leur,
The result is
putain,
gritty,
leur heure à eux,
it's believable.
la nôtre
I dare
et
say
une
it's
autre.
got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on the modes and missions ahead.
Oh, game mode.
We've talked a little bit about where you'll
Ouais.
play, but let's talk
C'est vrai.
about what you'll play when you get there. In Black Ops Cold War, our classic
Wesh.
game modes are returning and they're better than ever. From the tried and true Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Search and Destroy, to the return of the competitive game mode Control,
Oh, il y a
we've
EC.
taken a fresh eye to all of your favorites.
Non,
We're
c'est
encouraging
bon.
more
Oh.
meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and domination. We're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And now we show you where the next Hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight. Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the most rewarding and competitive multiplayer experience yet. And while your go-to modes are coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be going to next. With that, let me introduce you to my teammate Marquise Gladney, who's here to tell you about the brand new multiplayer experience we call VIP
VIP. Ah, c'était
Escort.
ça le mode de jeu qui avait fuité.
VIP Escort began with a question. How can we create a game mode inspired by the kind of
Dis-moi les
real-life,
viseurs sur le
totally
truc.
true, but completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise? The result is Extraction in its purest form, a new 6-on-6 objective-based game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as the VIP, your number one job, it's to live. In this team-based op, your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP,
ça sent
you'll
les
skip
SMG,
creative
ça.
class, you're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with the kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that your team knows what the hell it's doing. The mission? Stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last stand and revive.
Oh là là.
Each team's choices and tactics create layers of strategy and counterplay, injecting the best of Black Ops themes directly
ouais.
into this
Je viens de
competition.
caler 2-3
Will your
rafales
team
là.
pull Cold War mind games and misdirection
Oh.
by splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP? Or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My personal keys to victory? I stick close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
Up next, we want to share another new way to play that goes above and beyond that classic 6v6 experience you've come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets bigger and badder, bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat experience. In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles, each customized and unique to its own environment. But these battles aren't just bigger or more chaotic, we've worked hard to ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground and all-out vehicular warfare complement and enhance one another on each map. Tanks, snowmobiles, wake runners, gunboats, and more. These vehicles amplify the action, sure, but they also create jaw-dropping moments right in the middle of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood. If I'm going for the win, it's rally time, and I'm pushing to capture every objective on the map. Whether that means loading up a gunboat on Armada or popping smokes so my team can cross the frozen lake in Crossroads, I'm putting my try-hard pants on and making it happen. And that's the thing, in Combined Arms, almost anything can happen. I'll seek out fun moments that aren't possible in other modes, like ziplining onto the enemy ship and seeing how long I can last before getting taken out. At launch, you can expect even more Combined Arms maps and modes, each tailored and tuned to bring the most fun, frenetic action this format can deliver. Take Armada, our most unique map to date. You saw earlier that the only life preservers on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner, gather your squad and storm the main ship? From zip lines that traverse the map to all new naval tactics, Armada is Combined Arms domination realized, bringing high stakes, high-speed combat to the high seas. On Crossroads, you'll trade your wetsuit for a snowsuit, fighting for control of Soviet bunkers across the frozen tundra. With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping onto a snowmobile for a quick flank or rolling up your sleeves and sticking on some C4, the story is yours to write in Combined Arms domination. That's it for Deniable Operations for now. We've ziplined, crossed frozen lakes, and dipped into Miami's beaches. But it's really just the start of the full Deniable Ops experience. Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination, and it all stacks up to our most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected. If you're a Call of Duty League fan, we have a bunch of new stuff lined up just for you. Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer game built for everyone, but these will be your Deniable Operations. And now, I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
Thanks, Matt. Now, a lot has changed for us since the first Black Ops game. From our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights. Now we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings. It's feeling the power of your weapon, how it reacts in your hands. It's the sound of bullets storming past you, the rattle and bang of firing your weapon. In Cold War, we're back to plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground combat. And that has allowed us to not only refine the feel of the game, but build on all the classic foundations of Black Ops. Heads-up gameplay, automated healing, and grounded movement. Keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also inspired a fresh wave of thinking across our creative class and score streak system, where we're introducing features that bring unprecedented
cette map-là me fait penser à la map de World War II.
And cinematic wow moments to when you're playing.
C'est quoi le...
Now, innovating systems while still capturing that signature Black Ops super smooth feel is a notoriously tricky thing to get just right, and we put everything we have into it for each game. This is an absolute team effort, so I brought some of my friends from the combat team to help tell you about our initiatives for this game and how they've resulted in signature combat that feels just right. Here's Max Porter to start us off.
We've taken lessons learned from across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land
c'est
on
lui
a
qui a fait
truly best-in-class
les
weapon
armes et les
experience.
véhicules.
The gun is almost always right in front of you
alors.
and must look great. From a gun's seams down to its grime, the level of
En
detail
vrai,
of Black
les
Ops
armes,
Cold War
y a
has never been
pas
higher.
de problème.
But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game,
Non
whether
mais
you're clocking
en fait
from
lui il a
long
fait les
range
skins des armes, je crois, c'est ça qu'il veut dire.
or firing from the hip.
Donc, lui il a rien à
When
voir
we think
avec
about a
les
gun, we
dégâts,
think
tout ça.
about the way
Lui
it
il a fait
looks,
juste
the way
les
it's going
skins,
to
je crois.
move, but a big part of a gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of a dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters. That just adds to that level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty. It's this multifaceted approach to how weapons look, animate, and sound that together defines the feel of Cold War's signature gunfighting experience. Here's Alvin with a debrief on some of the other combat systems waiting for you in Cold War.
Oh! Créer classe.
Let's talk about two of the most
Celui-là.
significant and impactful features of multiplayer. Create a class and score streaks. Our goal with Create a Class in Cold War
Oh,
is to empower
si
you
c'est ça,
without
putain.
making trade-offs. This year,
Oh, ça a l'air d'être
better
insane, wesh.
starts with
Il y a les grenades posées et tout,
Create a
l'arme
Class will be
secondaire,
a
l'arme
slot-based
principale.
system.
Oh
No
là là!
longer governed by allocations or the
Wesh.
Pick-10 system, you'll always boast
Putain.
a full
Putain,
class.
c'est insane.
Primary, secondary, lethal, tactical,
Ouais, tu vois, tactical.
field upgrade, and a set
Ça,
of
c'est.
perks.
Ça, je sais pas c'est
Field
quoi le
upgrades
field
are
upgrade là.
items placed in the world to give your
Oh
team
là
an
là.
advantage. You can earn them solely based on time, not score.
Oh la b.
And they are the only type of game
Qu'est-ce
content
que-
that works on a cooldown.
Oh le.
after death.
Oh le la tourelle d'MW3, la
Wild
tourelle
cards are
anti-aérienne.
back. In this
Wesh.
system, in every class, you can pick one of 4 wild cards that let you do things like load your primary weapon with up to
Gunfighter,
8
ça me dit quelque chose ça.
carry up to 6 perks,
Per grid.
double
Oh
the
là là, on
number
peut
of
équiper
lethals
3
and
trucs.
tacticals you
Oh
have,
danger.
or
Oh non, pas
carry
ça.
3 primary perks
Danger
from
close.
any mix of categories.
C'est le truc de.
Of course,
Je sais plus
a
c'était
key
quel atout.
component of Create a Class
Oh.
is the gunsmith.
Le danger close c'était le truc qui
Black
augmentait
Ops
les dégâts
Cold
des
War,
grenades au corps à
there
corps
are
ou un truc
more
comme ça, non?
optics and
Oh, je sais plus
attachments
c'est
to
quoi, mais ça
unlock and
pue ça.
configure than ever before. Every
Wesh.
primary weapon can be customized
wait.
with 54
Optique,
attachments
muzzle,
across
barrel.
8 different nodes or attachment
Oh.
points, with at least 6 options per attachment.
Ouais, ça va être.
Ouais.
By default, you can equip
Ah ouais,
5
ouais.
attachments or 8
Ouais.
with the Gunfighter Wild
Où tu
card.
peux modifier, ouais,
For the
ça,
first
ça met des
time,
trucs en plus, des
Gunsmith
trucs en
will
moins.
show you what equipping
Oh
an attachment
putain,
does.
ouais, je sais
So
pas. Regarde tes
positive
malais,
or
wesh.
negative percentage.
Encore pire que
You
moi,
can now
le
build
Warfare.
backwards, specking out the
Chétan.
perfect gun
Wesh.
for results you want to see in the field.
Mais regarde,
This
tous
takes
les
the guesswork
accessoires, il y
out
a,
of the
y a
system
plusieurs trucs.
and helps us on our never-ending
Silix.
quest to make the most
Wow.
balanced Call
Ouais.
of Duty game you've ever
Oh ouais.
played.
Oh les score streaks.
There's one more thing I need to talk about.
vas-y, fais voir.
First up, we've
Voir ça,
updated
ouais.
score streaks so that earned score is kept
First up,
through death.
c'est quoi?
This change gives all players a chance to engage with score streaks, one of the most visceral and fun experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a
C'est le
streak
stand.
and string together
Wesh.
multiple kills before your own death,
Il a sorti
streak score bonuses
Ah, le-
help you earn into those higher-powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak
Partie en
spam,
combat, je pense
each
que ça
score
s'appelle.
streak
Oh,
will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out
Meow.
frequency. So, what score streaks are we talking about?
Oh, on dirait.
Well,
C'est pas un drone
your
amélioré,
favorites
ça,
are
pour
back,
voir ça
Je
but we've
sais
also
pas,
got a
je
few
sais pas.
surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be
Oh
used
tiens,
in
score
all the
streak. Je
classic
crois qu'il vient de
ways.
parler de la machine de
To
l'heure,
aid
c'est un
in
score streak.
taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak. And now I'll pass it over to Sunny to share more about our operators and how they move in Black Ops Cold War.
Hey.
Elite,
Opérateur.
covert, powerful. When you play as a Cold War
Wesh, on
operator,
dirait le
you
mec
won't
de
just
Modern
step in
Warfare,
the
Gaz.
boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To
Ouais,
increase the
c'est lui
fidelity
qui
and
les
feel
a
of
fait.
even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept
Oh là là.
artists all work side by
Ah ouais,
side,
ça fait
planning
peur,
for
hein.
every point of
Oh.
contact with every gun. Every stance
Oh, la
and
lunette,
position, every scenario. Thanks to increased
j'ai
dynamic
l'impression qu'il y a
bone
pas trop de
counts,
recul,
we've
genre,
been
en
able
mode,
to enhance
ça
the
paye, hein.
effects of physics and gravity on what you carry, from the weight of your gear, like pouches and grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will move more naturally than ever. Here's four
Wesh, l'autre qui
specific
avance à...
ways
T'es
movement
mal,
has
il est
improved
limite, il
through new
avance.
cutting-edge techniques
Wesh,
in
accroupi.
animation and programming.
Yeah.
The first is sprint takeoff. This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint, and then it slows down to normal speed.
Courir, mon gars,
This
tu
lets you
cavales.
feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and
Wesh.
fun of an operator's ability
Oh,
to
celle-là,
slide.
je sens qu'elle va être
In Black
insane
Ops
quand
Cold
même.
War, when you slide, you start and
C'est
end
la
in a
M4,
crouch
on
position
dirait.
in a believable way.
Je sais pas,
This
mais...
allows two-player movement states to function better
Oh,
as
ouais.
one, all while improving gameplay and enhancing pace. Footstep control also plays a big part of the new movement system. Go faster and
Ouais, le
you'll
coup
make
de...
more
T'as
noise.
entendu le bruit
Of
du couteau?
course, we still have
C'est le
Ninja
même
as
bruit
a
que celui de
threat,
BO3.
But Ninja is no longer the only way to keep
Ou de
quiet.
BO4, je sais plus.
Whether or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied
C'est
to
silence
how
de mort,
fast
je
you're
crois.
moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic jump with a much more natural height, which will
Wesh.
very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in
Oh,
all of
les
these
sauts,
movement
frère.
mechanics is to ensure operators'
Oh.
actions are not just authentic, but intuitive. When you press a button or a key, you should always feel in control of your operator. And this system has been built to translate your decisions into dynamic movement more seamlessly than ever. The era of the game might be the 80s, but the characters you play will move and shoot
Ouais.
like the world's
On
most
dirait
highly
un...
skilled operators.
Oh, je sais pas, c'était quoi comme sniper?
Signature
on va dire,
combat. It isn't just how a gun is shot, it's how that gun feels, how it sounds, how it's designed to create a combat experience. And combat isn't just about conflict, it's also movement. So the fluid ways in which your operators shift around the AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Creative Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle. These combat initiatives work together to deliver the most intuitive, plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground experience possible, and they are at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. Now on that note, I'd like to introduce Miles, who's going to discuss some of the biggest innovations yet.
Thanks, Tony. All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience, but let's confirm it right here, right now. Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution, with Warzone not merely picking up where the Modern Warfare climax left off narratively, but also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action. Cold War and Warzone will also share post-launch content from a narrative standpoint across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over. It's important to us that you can still use your characters and weapons and progression-related items, which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning,
la progression que tu pourrais faire sur Cold War, ça pourrait être affecté Warzone ou je sais plus quoi.
So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression, with much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available for use in both Warzone and Modern Warfare. We're collaborating with our studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve continuity while building a new chapter of Warzone that'll immerse you into all of the best elements of Black Ops Cold War. That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun, absurdly accessible Warzone action. We can't wait for you to see how Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead. But that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just Warzone. That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play and progression, but will also deliver cross-generation play to the game. That's because Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience. And playing together on whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play and cross-progression across current and next
10 sur 24. Regarde, 24. 24.
But it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play
Ah ouais, il va y
together,
avoir des conneries comme ça, genre en mode
no barriers between them.
la domination. Genre, je te dis, il va y avoir des modes exprès, genre avec les véhicules, c'est obligé.
Post-launch content, Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience, making it the deepest game in franchise history. Vaughn, where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles. On the subject of platforms, we've got a very special guest, Mark from Beenox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Beenox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of Duty franchise. In addition to the major improvements we have made to Call of Duty PC in the past, including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features and customizable settings.
Vision, des FPS,
one of the biggest improvements this year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performant accelerated deep learning super sampling or DLSS, and ray latency optimization technology We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This
Par des
improves
paramètres
surface
graphiques, là.
and contact detail and
Des
fixes
ombres,
problems
des effets de
associated
lumière,
with
tout ça.
traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows. Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game. For players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the Reflex low latency technology to lower system latency. This combines both GPU and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to talk about, but right now I would like to hand it back to David Van Dorn. Van?
We've declassified a whole lot today, and one thing is clear. Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best. Realistic, plausible, gritty. You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling, infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative into everything we do, even in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location, every weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you to uncover and experience. You've seen us challenge ourselves to not only innovate on classic game modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes. No matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. Tying it all together is that signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast and fluid, feel powerful when you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new Creative Class and Score Streak systems give you even more of what you love, infusing more control and cinematic moments with less friction between you and the gameplay than ever before. And this is a true connected experience. Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before. And Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation cross-platform game. Now, that should be the end of our show. But this wouldn't be a Black Ops multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops-style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. A game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. Our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited to be launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called Fireteam.
Fireteam.
This new format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every Fireteam mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The Fireteam format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity, and it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called Fireteams. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives and modes that demand quick thinking. The action won't just affect you, but the environment you battle in. Enter Fireteam Dirty Bomb,
attends,
one of
quoi?
the most
Ah, je
unique
crois que c'était une
game loops we've
R6D.
ever imagined.
Wesh.
You and your
Allez,
team
allez.
must search for uranium.
Je te jure.
Then deliver that uranium to Dirty Bomb's position
Mais tu sais,
around the
la
map.
R6D, elle arrive en
Deposit
petit, d'un coup,
uranium
boum.
and detonate the bomb.
Elle se transforme
Now,
en
avoid
grand
radioactive
truc et l'autre
fallout
qui
as
la
you
rose tout.
navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate
Oui.
and your success rate. We can't wait to tell you even more about Fireteam Dirty Bomb and the other Fireteam modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to
C'est
our
obligé,
public
wesh.
beta.
Mais ça va être le
I
mode
guess
truc
there's
10v10.
only one thing left to do.
Ça va être le
Let's
12v12 là.
play
Il va y avoir
Black
les
Ops
véhicules
Cold
ça
War.
et en 6v6 ou en admettons 8 contre 8, il n'y aura pas de véhicule, alors, ça sera basique. Oh, il remonte le trailer. Ah non, j'ai peur. merci.
C'est la pub.
Gameplay capturé de PlayStation 5. Essayez à remettre le trailer.
Ouais, c'est la pub. Alors, ça va être très rapide. Ça va être rapide, les gars.
Threat neutralized.
Ah, j'avoue que, ouais.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
You're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operate in the shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Des armes,
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Big Papa took the war around. Jack no force or other crowd. Any repercussions on your mouth. Split clip all the time. Big Papa took the war around. War flows, and that's how it goes.
Go, go, go!
Time to punch that top guard.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Strike inbound. Evasive maneuver.
Ah, shit.
Soviet convoy disabled.
I'll drive.
Big Papa took the war around. And that's how it goes.
Keep pushing.
Yo, over here!
War flows, and that's how it goes.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
Oh là là. Que veux-tu? Starf le zombie, frère. Ils ont montré un... Oh. C'est quoi ça encore?
Ils sont en train de le goûter, CMD.
Wesh, on montre la même chose. Mais remontrer le zombie là, putain.
Ah non, c'est bon, t'as eu tes 10 secondes de trailer.
Ouais, c'est ça. Et puis dans 2 semaines, 2 minutes de trailer de zombie. Voilà. 2-3 semaines. Genre, je dirais un... Attends. On est le... Attends, 9. Si ça commence le 8 octobre. Allez, je dirais un petit 6 octobre... Ouais, 6 octobre. Ou un 30 septembre, là.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Worldwide Multiplayer Reveal. The Depths and Prayer just gave us our first look into the details around the next generation of global combat for Cold War multiplayer, so thank you, team.
We are pumped to start showcasing all the different deniable operations and signature combat experiences they've been talking about. This right here is where we step into the awesome chaos of multiplayer, and wow, does what they've got on tap this year look good.
We're going live with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, bringing you action from dozens of top creators and CDL pros from across the planet. From their homes to our studio to you in a way and scale we've never done before.
Parce que tu vois l'horloge de gauche tout à gauche, au moment où j'ai regardé, c'était la même heure qu'au PC.
Right here is the place where we're giving you the goods. Core 66 style Black Ops modes like TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Domination.
And we're about to wreak some havoc in brand new modes like Combined Arms, which just happens to include the vehicle-fueled warfare we gave you a little taste test of earlier. This unprecedented worldwide reveal also means that you're about to get your first good look at the highly competitive VIP escort
Quant
mode.
au zombie, mon gars, ça fait
And
peur
as a
hein,
bonus
dans
for
le
everyone
noir. Hein.
watching this stream, we'll also talk about how Treyarch is
screamer,
approaching
hein.
free post-launch content for Black Ops Cold War, as well as how they've optimized multiplayer for PlayStation 5.
This sounds awesome! Are you okay? Are you ready?
Holy shit, yes, I am ready!
Wesh.
Let's do this!
Il a pété un
What's
plomb.
up, guys? I'm Nameless, and I'm here to make sure that you guys don't miss any of the crazy moments that we have throughout the day. We have some of the top streamers from around the entire world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, you know, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We are going to have some of the guys that I've been loving to play with and watch over here.
Bobby Koff Gaming, Drifter, Cat Gun, Legion. You know these guys from YouTube, from Twitch, from all over the world. One of my favorites being Nick Merckx, Noah J, Sean J Gaming, and also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on Armada. Symphony, Tim the Tatman, hopefully he can stay on the map, and also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day. We also have many more, as well as some of our CDL pros. They're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with. We have 12 versus 12 combined arms domination on Armada. This is the first map ever to be fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes, for the commentary, myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and while I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay, the trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on.
Il tape sa première game, il se fait broyer, il hurle. C'est sûr. Là, il est tellement excité, frère, il tape la première game, il se fait détruire.
We've seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the
Désinstalle le
internal
jeu.
stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at. Just so many new features. As Nameless was saying, this map entirely on water. There's vehicles you can take around the map. You can play on the boats.
T'as la santé en bas à gauche.
Les
grenades, les
it's
streaks,
first
ouais.
to 400. And well,
La
there's just
carte.
so many different ways to play the map.
Il y a 5 points.
Off with Noah J, the Easter
Ouais,
egg
c'est comme
man
de
himself.
la
He has
guerre
been
terrestre.
popping off lately. It's awesome to see his success, and obviously a very talented Call of Duty player in his own right. We'll see if he can hit with a sniper. Just taking a look at our good buddy
100% de damage. C'est-à-dire là pour l'instant il n'y a que 100% de santé. Alors qu'à ce qui paraît ils avaient dit qu'ils étaient à 150.
And just
Oh,
right
il se passe
away,
12.
you look at this map, you look at this gameplay, and doesn't it just
Le Gallo
look like
SA12
Treyarch? The
s'appelle.
color palette pops out. You have so many different attachments that we're going to be going with.
Ça
You
lag,
see
hein.
the kill feed. You have the traditional Black Ops mini map.
Oh, la mine de
Man, I
proximité.
just love Treyarch.
Ah, c'est un espèce de comme de silence de mort en fait.
When you took a look at the new title coming out this year,
Oh,
but
mais ça va
you
être
know, as you'll
concept,
see in pubs more often than not, he's set up in a power position, snipe in hand, just looking
Oh, ça
to
lag de
drop
ouf, hein.
numbers. But
C'est moi.
yeah, I mean, he's been around for so long, comfortable with every dev, every title, as he's experienced everything Call of Duty
Alpha,
has
c'est
to
marqué en haut
offer. But
gameplay.
yeah, it's what Nameless was saying.
Attaque hélicoptère.
This is like what, the
Wesh.
first map that's completely on water. You already see score streaks coming in. I believe that was a
Ah ouais, la
attack
bêta, je pense que
chopper
le truc
in,
va être sur
as
PC
he
pour les
is just
streamers.
dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department.
Yeah, I mean, his first clip when he first tweeted out, I was watching as you guys were introing it. You know, we're going through the devs.
Ah ouais, en fait. Ah ouais. Oh le délire.
So
T'as deux bateaux.
coming through from ship to ship. It
Ouais.
just looks
3,
so
wesh.
smooth. Chaos in the air, the attack choppers going down, and his team with a slight little lead.
Let's see if he can keep it rolling. It's been one heck
Je
of
crois
a
on va
night
dire
for
le
him.
bateau central, il y a 2 ou 3 points. Ouais, je pense que c'est ça. Il y a 3 points sur le bateau central. Il y a B, C et D. Et A et...
12v12. And
Attends,
we're going to be showing
ouais,
a
A et
wide
E,
range of stuff
c'est
today,
les
right?
spawns.
We're going to have some 6v6, 12v12, showing different maps, from your 3-lane maps to your more open kind of sandbox maps as well. There's something
Et
for every
400
player
scores, je
in
crois,
this
il a
title, and
c'était écrit
we'll
en bas
progress
pour
through
gagner
that
la
over
game.
the course of the next 2 hours or so, but just exciting to see the new twists on gameplay that Treyarch have to provide. Obviously, we
Ouais, du
love
coup, c'est
working
ça.
with them, and
D, C et B, je crois, c'est le bateau central.
Yeah, and something to notice today when we're going through domination, something that's a little bit new compared to past Call of Duty titles. It's not just one flag. It's more of an area that you're really going to be capturing. It's going to create more of a, I think, a combat dynamic around those zones, right? So, you know, you can play in different areas. You can capture it from different spots. But here as well, sounds like we're hopping on board with Swag. We're going to be jumping from lobby to lobby. We got a lot of different creators as they get started.
Yeah, let's say Priesta looks a little bit down right now. This is Swag. We've been watching him a lot on Warzone. We know what a monster he can be. But over to Jared.
Oh là là, la gueule, le chargeur 40 balles.
To watch. You know, he gets in some of these big tournaments he'll play in on Warzone in various modes. And Jericho, maybe not the most talented player in the entire world. But you know what? He's handsome. He's one of the most entertaining streamers in the world, and yeah, I love him. Jericho, that guy's a beast.
He loves to have fun, and that's what's important. You know, he's trying to show off the zip lines a little bit. You can hear him talking a little bit. I mean, they've had some experiences. Well, this is Sky's one of the CDL pros. He was an MVP candidate for us, but here you go. You see him taking a boat, trying to capture this zone, and yeah, swimming. Well, when was the last time you saw swimming? What, Black Ops?
Ouais. Il y avait une zone, un grand carré. Comme là, on voit le carré gris là.
Underwater positions, but yeah, just working the objective now.
AK-47.
As his team, I think, doesn't have a single cap as of now. But remember, we're going to be hopping through a variety of matchups. Right? There's a lot of players playing this, a lot of different streamers. If you're wondering why the score looks a little bit different, we're just hopping through a ton of different POVs and showing you guys how stuff is breaking down throughout the course of the day. As we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat looking to get busy.
Yeah, you can see he's got a coat
tu
on
peux tirer en...
Well, you can hear that minigun go off later. Priesta, that's a nice
ça va être vite patché, ça.
Known for his search and destroy gameplay, he's been playing Call of Duty for so long since, I mean, we've been involved.
Ça, c'est la merde.
Great to see him involved today.
Là, imagine, il est tout seul, il conduit. Mais imagine, il y a des potes à lui. Oh!
And well, Swag, he's getting aggressive. He's got the MP5, the classic MP5, and
il est en train de faire le...
Yes, Tim, I get it. I'm not a father, but I am also bald, and I know it makes life a little bit more difficult.
Oh là là!
Tim, there is love out there like us, and you're an absolute beast.
Putain.
But yeah, are you surprised to see Swag with an MP5 in hand?
Now,
looks to be very
Je
natural.
vois la XM4. Je crois que c'était...
Tim, on the other hand, you see the movement coming in. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they're used to Modern Warfare. It's going to take them some time to get used to the movement.
Oh ouais, bah, c'est bon, AR du jeu XM4.
Rocking that assault rifle.
Monte la glissade.
Well, it's going to be interesting too. You've seen, like, they talk a little bit about the score streak stuff and how it's going to work, right?
Ouais, des dégâts dessus.
And depending if you're getting a lot of kills within that one death, there's a multiplayer to work with. But also, one thing I kind of like is, you know, we've talked about sort of score streak spam in the past when somebody's going off. The fact that there's going to be kind of a cooldown on it, so there won't be that same spam. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it works in the various pub modes. But we'll take a look at kind of the loadout screen as he's changing. Get into a different one. I think that's courage we're hearing as well.
C'est-à-dire, il y a deux AK.
Alright, so Drifter, you're hearing his strategy around this zone. He likes to get in the water, likes to get busy, just trying to look around him, man. It just looks so darn good.
Heureusement, on va pas trop faire de ce mode-là.
Ouais, mais tu sais que déjà...
It's actually crazy like how...
Regarde en bas les trucs qui se rechargent. Regarde, il a lancé son C4, je sais pas quoi, ça se recharge.
When you think about years and years and years ago, like various games, like it's just nutty how far it's come.
They're all above me. If I try to go out any other way,
Drifter. Trying to figure out what he wants. I just love the 74U. It's always been one of my favorites.
Ouais, mais avec un chargeur aussi.
4 back from Black Ops 1. I am so excited that he's back here in Cold War. Nice shots by Drifter with that headshot, taking down Hutch. Hutch. He just continues to go around this zone, and well, that's not Hutch.
Well, that's Karma.
That's Karma.
That is one of the greatest Call of Duty players of all time. Absolute monster.
And he's actually one of my favorites to watch at the beginning of the games because he is always switching it up, trying different weapons. Like the guy just loves playing COD.
No, he just loves the game. He really just loves the game. I think a little bit of trash talk that was coming from his former teammate and Scump, Seth Abner. Abner, absolute monster. Yeah, I'm not sure who Seth Abner is, but yeah, Seth Abner, absolute beast. Okay. Well, maybe to a different
Oh,
POV.
wait. Oh, he was watching Scump. Oh. He wasn't even playing. We were watching Scump.
Wow.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. I was wondering why I was hearing kind of Seth's callouts more than anything. And this is Enable. What's going on with his hair, Joe?
I mean, listen, the guy, as a boat just flew off. I don't know what was going on. Nice shots.
Ils ont mis les mêmes headshots que sur Black Ops 4.
I don't know. You know, he
didn't
have the best year for the Seattle Surge. And listen, he's trying to earn some subs.
He goes by Deputy Hadbad now.
I don't know what
in case you weren't aware.
really means, but I love it.
Yeah, and this is a guy whose company we've enjoyed a lot this year playing Call of Duty with, Symphony. Absolute monster, one of the most talented aimers I've ever had the privilege of playing with. The guy is nutty, and well, you can see how accurate he can be. There's Hutchie Poo. How you doing, sir?
Hutch back in the boat. Back in the boat. Is he just gonna get it? Get on the turret as well. Tries to take down the player ziplining across. And I don't know, man. Watching the players zipline, it just looks so smooth. The pace they go at, it looks incredible.
No, it really, really does. It's just gonna be a fun mode to. I mean, what's the? As much as we can talk about different maps, competitive and 3 lanes or sandbox, wherever it is, like at its core, Call of Duty is just fun. And this just looks like it's going to be a blast. Because I'm at the most comfortable in the water, Joe. I'm a modern day Aquaman.
You
No, I hate the ocean. I'll be honest with you. I'm just absolutely terrified of open water. No.
Tim, have a nice day.
Yeah, you don't seem like a big swimmer to me.
Nope. Terrified of sharks.
Yeah, what's up, man?
That's what they need to add. Just sharks, dude. You're in there.
Like a score streak. You call it Jaws? Call it Jaws? I like that.
I'm with that.
You're fucking high.
I don't think Nick is very pleased with how that gunfight just went for him.
No, he got smoked. He got headshotted. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get headshotted in Call of Duty, that messes with you. But Nick, we know how into the game Nick is based on where his cam is. Nice shots right there on the Symphony. And if you can see his forehead, he's into it.
He's not. Yeah. Like he's not sweating enough yet.
No.
You mean like once it's only forehead?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I guess it would only be hacked.
Yeah, right. Well, over to Legion. God, if you haven't checked out his stream, one of the more entertaining people in the world. Fantastic singing voice as well.
Do you guys want to come see my watch? I don't know what he's doing. Is that what you want to do? You want to come in here and see my watch?
What's up, Diesel? Slap shop.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's just.
But yeah,
I don't know what that was.
I have recorded,
no
look,
idea.
I'm actually playing the alpha right now.
Yeah, no, this is live for us too. All of it. Live action going down now.
Feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer them the best I can.
He's gonna try to answer some questions with his chat.
A mode called Combined Arms. This is kind
of
like.
Go ahead, take him through it.
Yeah, no, Joe and I'll just shut up. He's just breaking it down for you guys. This is fantastic.
That's the best way to explain
I like that. Is he takes the zip line?
It's not as big as Ground War.
He's got a shotgun.
It's 12v12.
Yeah, 12v12, not as big as Ground War.
5 flags on.
You know what blows my mind about this stuff? Because obviously, well, I'm not very good at it, but like, I can like answer questions with viewers and stuff while I'm playing, but doing like a full like commentary and like answering a lot of questions, like, I can't do it. Like I get people doing it like over their gameplay as like a VOD thing, but that's a skill to just sit there and just still play casually and fry while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have game audio up. He was there like I'm going to present to you Call of Duty, but here's testament one of the best snipers in the world, especially in Call of Duty. This guy, I'm sure he's already got some ridiculous clips on his YouTube, on his social media.
You're sitting next to one of the greatest snipers alive too, Joe.
Honestly, it just depends. If you're about 7 to 8 hours in, your hands are warmed up, that's the hot spot, yeah.
Not that we recommend gaming that long, but I do it every day. Yeah. Over to Sean J Gaming, looking for the angles. Nice little cheeky position there as people are pushing out, able to line up multiple. You see the health port in effect too. They're just cutting through the opposition, trying to work towards that E-cap. As we get back over to Drifter, well, getting in the boat didn't go super well.
Deputy Hadbat.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Deputy Hadbat, you got to watch out for Enable because you're about to get